What? I guess I'll just go ahead and do a segment like this. Not necessarily a segment where we're actually going to cover anything, but maybe just an update for people who may be new here and aren't familiar with the history of the channel. So we got a lot of models here, like a lot. And I guess we'll go ahead and just go one by one and run through them real quick. That way we can figure out what's going on here. So obviously I'm using my VTuber models right now, both the 2D and the 3D one. The 3D one is made by BonBonBerry and the 2D one is made by Rimixen. Both of their things, ways to contact them, ways to commission them are in the description, as well as everybody who's responsible for the current iteration of the show. All their credits are in the description. So yeah, you guys are already familiar with these models, though, as I use them all the time right now. So maybe let's talk about where the show began, like how I started. So years ago, I started a Hearthstone channel called Top Tier Scrubs. You can still find it on YouTube. It's still there. There's still people who view it like once every year or so. And for it, I created this model. And by created, I mean I spent $50 and had somebody draw it for me. And I've lost contact with the person I commissioned for it. So that kind of sucks. But that model was created then and for a completely different channel. And then, you know, after a while, I wanted to start my main channel. I wanted to start this one, and I had to salvage that image off of an old hard drive and put it on the new computer and use that to finally be able to render videos. I wasn't able to do videos for years because my computer just couldn't handle it. But this is the model that people who've been watching for about 4 or 5 years, 5 years? No, we haven't been on air for 5 years. 4 years are familiar with. Then we have this model here. This is a model that was done by Turning Tide Studios. This one I've used for various episodes, and we were actually in the process of trying to get it to have an animated mouth at one point in time, but we never ended up going through with that. There's also another model that was used in the middle. Is it this one? No, it is not this one. It is this one. There we go. This was the second model that was ever used for my channel, and it was done by Gaelic Knox years ago. And that model had a lot of different expressions that I did not have access to on my original model. So between that one and the Turning Tide Studios one, I got to rotate between the 3 models because, well, people started complaining that they wanted the old models back. So I just decided, you know what, you guys can get them back, but I'm not going to stop using the new ones. So I used those. But eventually, I wanted to move into animated models. But before that, I had a prank to play on April Fools. So with the model on the far left over there, I got a lot of comments from people saying that my model looked like a girl. It was super feminized and made me look gay and all kinds of terrible stuff. So I decided, fine, what if I just had a 3D model done? So we had a 3D model done by BonBonBerry, and this got used in, I believe, 2 episodes over the course of the show's lifetime. We're like 800 episodes in now, with the first, like, 300 using all 4 of those avatars over there. On the desk here is the plushie, Real Suris, which is a real plushie that I was sent before the second Faithless Forum, like right before going to the second Faithless Forum. And it got turned into, like, people started calling it Real Suris, and we used that for various live stream episodes. This was sent to me by Sloth Girl Slowly, and I am forever thankful for it. I actually still have it sitting literally just a couple feet away from me, practically at all times. So next we have an arrow pointing... that's not what I wanted to click. That's not what I wanted to click either. That's the face. Back when we used to do video game streams on the main channel, we harvested that from Ocarina of Time. That is an old meme, and I didn't realize that I still had that sitting up. Oof. Everybody makes mistakes, I guess, and sometimes there's, you know, my parents, they made me. Anyway, there is another animated model that was made, and it is this one here, also by Gaelic Knox. Though eventually I ended up wanting to get another animated model, and that model is the one you can see behind everybody here. the more thin one here done by JacandQuil, who is also responsible for the Patron slides that you see now. So if you go in the description, you will see ways to contact JacandQuil, who's responsible for your Patreon slides for anybody who is $20 or over as a patron. After having the animated avatars for a while, though, I ended up going to using my face for episodes. Hi, honey.
I wanted to show you that I'm about to consume the equivalent of what is 3 full sandwiches.
Yeah. Okay. I love you, honey. So, after a while, I wanted to take this one step further into the animated avatar realm. And, well, the live 2D model, the one on the far right, is what I used to enter that after I had about 3 or 4 months of using my real-life face for everything. So after using my real-life face for multiple episodes, wanted to use a avatar, didn't know how to use an animated one that was not just the way avatars were animated before, the ways that I was used to animating them previously. So I ended up having Rimixen, who I met on Fiverr. I also met BonBonBerry on Fiverr. Commissioned them both for these models. The live 2D model came first. I used that for several months, and now I've got the 3D model here, and the 3D model and 2D model are the ones that I'm going to be swapping between. So just like how when I had 3 different 2D models, how I would swap between those models every episode, the same thing happens on my live streams now. I swap between the 2D and 3D model as I go, because there are aspects of both models that I really, truly enjoy. So I use both. So, yeah, for people who are new to the channel, hopefully, Tall and Grim, thank you very much for resubscribing. Hopefully this has been maybe a trip down memory lane for those who've been here for years. And if you have not been here for years and you've just been here for a little bit, maybe this will also be an interesting look at the history of the channel and the ways in which its aesthetics have changed over time. So, yeah. I know this wasn't a full-on segment like normal, but I figured it'd be interesting anyway. Thank you guys for watching this bit. Insert in the video tagline here.